So object repositories are of two types, local and shared. During recording, QTP used local repository to save the object and the properties of it. As you can see, this is local object repository, and QTP has saved all the objects and its properties during recording in this. Now one thing to be noted is object repository is specific to particular action. Now what are actions? Now suppose this is test. We have not named it as anything, so this is the default name. So this is test. Now the script which we are writing is on action 1. Now what I can do is I can insert another action, call to new action. Now this action 1 will be calling a new action, action 2. I can keep it at the end of the test or after the current step, the step which I have selected. So at the end of the step. So this is action 2. Now my test has two actions, action 1 which has the script, action 2 which is blank, which I created just now. Now as I said, local repository is specific to particular action. Now action 1 has these objects in its local repository which we recorded. Now if we click on action 2, it is blank. But if the objects are stored in one or more shared object repositories, then multiple actions or tests can use them. It is always recommended to use shared object repository for your entire test suite, as it is very easy to maintain the repository. We'll see how. Now first of all, creating a local object repository. A local object repository can be created by recording or also can be created manually. A recording is not believed to be a good practice actually. It's always good to add the objects manually and then do the coding. So I'll explain you how. For that I'll remove this code and I'll remove all the objects. Now when I can rename the objects, I can cut them, copy paste them, I can change the hierarchy. For example, I can put this object in this hierarchy. The problem is that QTP will search for the when the script runs, QTP will search for this object in login dialog box, and it won't find it there, and it will throw an error. What we'll do is we'll delete. If we delete the parent object, everything gets deleted. All the children get deleted. We delete this. We delete everything. So it's a good programming practice to add objects manually. So I will be doing the same function, but instead of recording, I'll be adding the objects manually.